So we're here today at the Proving Grounds to test out an age-old question. Full size versus compact, and does length really matter? Well, you probably have heard in the past that 4.25 inches is just fine.
That's what she said.
Michael, please.
So let's have some fun today, and let's actually test that theory out and kind of compare these two Smith & Wesson M&Ps. I want to thank the guys over at True Shot Gun Club. They sent me a nice little care package with a large variety of different types of 9mm, different weights, steel, brass, you name it. So we're going to test this through the Smith & Wesson M&P 9 M2.0 with the 5-inch barrel, the long slide edition. So thanks to True Shot for sending these out. Awesome group of guys. Some of the best prices online for ammunition. Check them out. But let's load up some mags on the 5-inch and the M&P 2.0 compact as well. And let's see how these hold up. I'll keep it pretty fair. Just do a little sampler here. Maybe throw some Red Army Standard in there. Here, put a few in there, a couple in there. There's some hollow points in here too somewhere. Oh yeah, there you go. Throw those in there. I'll do one more here, keep it at 15. There you go. Up first, the long slide, 15 rounds, miscellaneous mix of 9mm there, 7 yards, probably do mostly in the dirt as fast as we can. See if we can get her to choke up. It's got about 100 rounds or so through her already over the last couple of range trips, so should be pretty broken in. Up next, 2.0 compact, 15 rounds, miscellaneous, fast as we can. Nice big old thick grip there. 7 yards. 3.64 by the way for that other mag dump. Curious. .24. No issues once again. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So today I want to talk about M&P. So this is an M&P 2.0. It's the 5-inch full size, more of a duty gun, all right? And it's got a safety on there. It has a indicator for showing that there's a round in the chamber. It's just a different feeling handgun than you might see for maybe like a Glock or something. This is kind of the distant cousin to the Glock, as it were. M&P has been around a long time. They came out after Glock came out, after the Wonder Polymer 9mm. But for the most part, M&Ps have had a great reputation for reliability, and I really enjoy them. I have several in my collection. This is one of the newest ones right here, a 5-inch model. But I also have this compact here. This is the new 2.0, or it was the new at the time, the M2.0. And this is a very, very nice handgun, very accurate, easy to manipulate all of the features on there. No real snag points or anything like that. I did have a barrel of I think it was a 4-inch barrel in here, and then it goes about 4.25 when you add the Blacklist threaded barrel on there. Then also have an Apex trigger. But this is still a great handgun. This is actually pure stock. I picked this up. I'm gonna do a couple modifications to it. But I picked it up recently. It doesn't have any optic ready mounting plates on it or anything like that. Very standard. But sometimes iron sights are just a lot of fun still. I know everyone's kind of going towards more optic, but even the trigger is really not that bad, even though it does have that kind of awkward little dongle there. But M&Ps have actually started going away with that from the newer models that I've been seeing, and I do love my shields as well. First mag, minty fresh, right out of the box. This one's really kind of held its own though at the range. Very accurate. I kind of did head-to-head with these two right here just to kind of compare on how they run. Quick accuracy test. We're 7 yards from those two paper targets right there. We have the full size here for the right target, and the compact for the left target right there. Extended mags, 5 rounds each, cellular and bellet 115 grain brass. Up first, full size on the right. I'm going to time it, 5 rounds, try to do center mass, take our time. This has a 5-inch barrel, and we'll talk about that compact in a second. 5 rounds, take our time with this M&P trigger. Definitely gritty. I'll take it. Time for the compact on the left there, and then we'll take a look at the targets. Difference with this one and the full size is this one has some work done to it. Added a blacklist threaded barrel, which adds just a little bit of length, and then also an apex flat trigger. 5 rounds, same 115 grain cellular and bellet. Has that little extension with a little bit of an extension piece installed on the mag there to make it fit the compact better. So we do. Take our time. Also has a night sights. I think it's a Mariglow. Yep. One flyer, but I do like that group. Take a look. On the right here, 5 rounds with the full size. Manufacturer barrel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pretty nice. Over here, 2.0 compact. About similar for these 4. A few real tight there. And then 1 little flyer, user error, but very nice. Mags are somewhat interchangeable with these. The mags that come with these are 17 round full-size mags. Right here, they kind of go in like that. You have a little bit more pinky room on there. You don't have to worry about hitting that mag very much. And they do work with the compact, and the compact does come with a little collar that you can go and put on for that. But the compact mag, obviously being short, does not work with the full size. Cool part about a full size is a larger light like the TLR 1HL by Streamlight. Looks pretty rad on it. And you can take the old extension mags that might have came with your compact, take off that collar, and they fit just fine. Load the mag with some of this Remington stuff right here, 9mm 115 grain, and also some of this DRZ Ammunition Manufacturing Company, 115 grain. Cool. Let's drop a couple mags on here. Size-wise, you're looking at just a little bit longer than your compact. You can kind of see that right there. It's just gonna be a little bit longer, but honestly, from a standpoint of just how long it is, and then it just kind of has a little bit of extra pinky room on the bottom, it's really not that much bigger than your compact there. So if you have a little bit bigger hands, you want to carry something a little bit more weight to it, which means a little bit less recoil, a lot more fun to shoot at the range, get back on target much quicker, then the full size might be for you. I know a lot of guys actually carry the full size, and again, it's kind of a duty carry gun as well, so it's got those features on there for that. Now, I definitely don't actually prefer having a safety on this style of handgun. There's no real reason for it anymore. There's plenty of safeties already kind of built into the handgun itself, so I don't really know why they did that. This is kind of like the full-featured military police duty use, but I would try to find a way to remove that safety. It doesn't really get in the way too bad. It took a little bit of training to kind of mess around with it a bit, because you do have, when you line your thumbs up, this kind of rubs right on the top of your thumb, and you want to make sure you can get your thumb over to release that slide release. So you have to kind of work around that because this does dig into your thumb. Compatible with the M&P sights, so anything from night sights. I do have a pair of True Glows on here that are still glowing all these years later. As for quite a while. I mean, it's been a few years, so this one's definitely been run quite a bit. Even some of the plastic, the polymer is kind of getting a little shiny there as I've been using it quite a bit. I carried it for a while too. It's a great little handgun. Bigger lights on here kind of look kind of goofy on the compact, but the big lights do kind of look right at home with a full-size frame. Grab my scale here, M&P compact, unloaded. We are at 24.4 ounces. M&P full-size, unloaded, 26.8 ounces. So really, for that extra slide, that extra bit of weight to it, just a couple ounces there, you get a little bit more controllability. You have a little bit beefier frame. Kind of feels real nice in the hands. Probably why John Wick went with those longer slides. For the compact, a smaller light, like on this dagger right here. I have this PSA dagger I picked up to review. This little Inforce right here. This is a brand new, it's one of their metal housing ones. It's like replaced the APLCs that they used to have. This right here would fit much more at home with the M&P, but it actually look kind of goofy sitting underneath a full-size frame like that. So you might want to go with a bigger light if you do choose to run this for duty. Plus the bigger lights have usually a little bit more lumens, a little bit more rugged, a little bit more reliable. Last couple things, holster compatibility. This is a hidden hybrid holster. It's one of their concealed carry with the leather backing on there. You can also go with the Kydex, just kind of full Kydex in the waistband, but this is kind of a hybrid option. This is for the 2.0 compact, right there. And it's actually designed for the original APL-C, the polymer version, and we'll talk about how the new metal one doesn't quite fit the plastic, so stay tuned for that review on this Inforce light right here. But the cool part is that this fits great running on a holster like this, right? It looks good, but the best part is the full size. If you decide to go and get a little bit bigger, a little bit more length to your life there, you can go and run this in the same holster because if you notice, the extra slide length and barrel length stop right where the Picatinny rail is, and that Picatinny rail and the design of the actual overall frame on the bottom is almost exactly the same on that portion. So you really don't have to worry about holsters not working out for the most part because this opening here is typically large enough to accept this right here. So instead of sticking out, as long as you have a threaded barrel option, right? Instead of sticking out just with a threaded barrel, you got a narrow enough cut here on that full size where the entire piece sticks out the bottom and you can run it with this holster. And lastly, some of the stuff you get, traditional M&P cardboard box. Open up, you got your blue, kind of fluffy wrap plastic half foam thing that all of them come with. You got pamphlets, you got a lock that no one cares about. You do have these 3 interchangeable back straps, which is kind of a go-to nowadays for pretty much any handgun, especially the M&Ps. They have a bunch of these right here. This one, let's see, you got a thick one, you got one a little bit thinner, you got one even thinner than that. So this is like number 3 out of 4 right here, and I think it fits my hand really well, but you could go a little bit thinner, or there's even one up here to go a little bit thicker. And of course it does come with another mag, just like this, 2 mags, 17 rounds, full-size mags with the FDE, and that FDE, of course, peanut butter, you kind of look there, looks great. It's kind of hard to tell, but the frame doesn't quite match the slide, but overall, I mean, it looks really nice. I've run it quite a bit of rounds through. It's got a lot of soot and debris on the end here, but it looks like it wipes off pretty well. Oh yeah, that coating holds up great. No real big scratches or anything like that. I mean, just running at the range over the last couple of months here. Frame is good, no issues, no crazy wiggling pieces or cracks or anything kind of out of the normal. So it's definitely held up pretty good from my testing or so. So, my opinion, if you want to go with either one of these, honestly, if you have bigger hands, you could do either one. But with this one, unlike this one where your pinky's kind of hanging off the edge there, this one fits just a little bit better in your hand, and you have that nice little rest for your pinky. And they both have, of course, the back strap interchangeable right here. You just pull that out, switch the back strap off. You can probably do it live right if I want to, real quick. There you go. It's super easy to do. Switch them out to whatever you prefer. Put the pin back in, twist it, lock it, you're good to go. Mag buttons, I mean the slide release, all that stuff. The takedown, I haven't talked about that yet. Takedown, you do have to pull the trigger unfortunately on this one, but takedown just like that. Nice long barrel there. Slide back in, very easy. M&Ps, I mean, they're just super easy. And when you go and run the slide all the way back, you can either lock it back or just flip it back and flip this switch back up and you're good to go. Very easy to take down, and of course the compact's the same way. So if you have bigger hands, you might want to go with this. You get a little bit added weight, and that weight is actually mostly up on the top here, which helps kind of keep that barrel down. You can shoot a little bit faster, a little more accuracy out of it. Not much though, as you saw. I mean, they're very similar. Trigger, you can kind of hear. It's definitely a gritty M&P trigger with that hinge there, but you go. It's a nice reset. It's so interesting. There's a kind of a grit to it there, but I'm gonna fix that. I have a new trigger pack coming in that I want to test out with this full size, and that's kind of like with the Apex here. M&P is definitely not known for their fantastic triggers. I mean, similar to the Glock, right? They're just kind of stock triggers. Here's an Apex trigger. Super smooth. Definitely not a good comparison, but we're gonna upgrade that trigger. Well, I hope you guys found this review helpful. I had a lot of fun with this full-size M&P. It's something you don't really play around with too much, some of the full-size handguns, and they are a lot of fun. They're just smooth shooters at the range, nice and flat, and they're just a joy to shoot. They really are. So if you're interested in one of these, I definitely say go for it. It holds up great even without the optics plate or anything like that, and they're just not that much bigger than the compact, but you get that a little bit extra weight on the top there to really kind of help with just that extra smooth action there. So if you have any questions at all, guys, hit them down in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer them. As always, subscribe to the channel, hit that thumbs up, really helps me out. Head over to Instagram, follow me there, like us on Facebook for all the latest and greatest deals on the internet. And I'll see you guys in the next review.